Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Wednesday, February 16, 2022. This afternoon will be the release of the FOMC minutes. And if you remember the last time that they came out, a month and a half ago or so, it was a wild afternoon. The morning was pretty quiet, but in the afternoon it got pretty volatile to the downside. The market sold off pretty significantly there following that release. So I figured we'd take a look at what has happened historically on this day in a similar market environment. I've got all four instruments selected here. The setup is based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, I'm not going to add an opening filter like I normally do. We're trading pretty close to yesterday's close, and because of the market environment that we're in right now, we do not have a huge amount of samples to look at. So I'm just going to leave that out because guessing if we're gapping up or down would just get rid of half those samples, and I really don't even know which way we're going to be at this point. So we're leaving that out, grabbing as many samples as possible. We did close below a 10-day simple moving average yesterday. However, we did move above the 200-day simple moving average yesterday, so I've added both of those. The next thing I want to do is head down to this market events library, and from the active today section, the market events right here in the middle, FOMC minutes, that is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. You can see that here, the timestamp next to it to let you know when that is. That comes from our day of market events category here in the middle. I've got that selected. Now I can click view results. All right, here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when it is the day of the FOMC meeting minutes and you are below a 10 but above a 200-day simple moving average. Historically, S&P 27 samples of this day. We've got 30 in the NASDAQ, 27 in the Dow, 30 in the Russell. If we look at the win rates on them, they are 3 out of 4 of them are coming in favored, with S&P at 63% of these closing higher than the open for the day. The NASDAQ 67%. The Dow 70, the Russell just 47. So 3 out of the 4 are favored there. If we look at the average moves, average win larger than the average loss here in the S&P. The average loss is larger than the average win for the NASDAQ. For the Dow, average win is larger. For the Russell, average win is larger. And if you look at the equity curves, they're mostly going higher. You can see the NASDAQ does include that last time we had it back in what was that, just the last month in January. It has that day where we had a giant sell-off in the afternoon. The others do not, because we weren't in the same market environment of below a 10 but above a 200-day simple moving average. So let me just pull that chart up. I'm going to click on NASDAQ right here. This will load the stats for the NASDAQ, which is the orange equity curve here. And if I click on View Daily Charts, this is the most recent FOMC announcement day. You can see we kind of went sideways here. We started going down a little bit lower between 1 and 2 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock when the FOMC announcement came out, pretty sizable drop here in the afternoon. And I think it was more pronounced in the S&P than it was even here in the NASDAQ. The S&P was a little bit more sideways, and then a bigger drop on the downside. So that's what it was like last time. Who knows what it'll be like this time, but we've got some stats to look at here. Hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We'll see you next time.